Today, we're taking you on a day trip from London to explore the majestic Windsor Castle, the ancient mystery of Stonehenge, and the stunning city of Bath. Buckle up for a one-of-a-kind bus ride packed with stories from the past, cultural gems, and picture-perfect views. The round-trip tour lasts about 12 hours, giving us plenty of time to enjoy each attraction. Let's hit the road. We began our journey in London and made our first stop at Windsor Castle. From there, we continued on to the mysterious Stonehenge before heading to the beautiful city of Bath. In the evening, we returned to London, wrapping up an unforgettable day. Our day started bright and early at 8 a.m. from London's Victoria Coach Station, heading to our first destination, Windsor Castle. The coach station is just a short 10 to 15 minute walk from both London Victoria train station or the Underground. Our guided coach tour, priced at £155 per person, included entry tickets to all three attractions and a tour guide with hearing devices. Right as we stepped into the Windsor Castle shopping area, we found ourselves surrounded by charming little shops and a lively atmosphere. Our eyes were drawn to a beautifully restored steam engine parked at the far end. This iconic locomotive, called the Queen, is a faithful replica of a Royal train engine. It was the perfect spot to grab a quick keepsake before heading in. As we made our way toward the castle entrance, the view of the towering walls ahead got more and more impressive. Windsor Castle's proximity to London Heathrow Airport means that planes are frequently seen flying overhead. We were standing in line and about to enter the castle. However, we had to go through a security checkpoint first. If you're planning to visit the castle in the near future, keep this in mind. Walking into Windsor Castle felt like stepping into a fairy tale. The massive stone walls and the sand-colored towers rising high above the green landscape. Sunlight peeked through the branches of white cherry blossoms, casting a soft glow on the path ahead. The whole place felt alive, visitors snapping photos and soaking up the moment, ready to dive deeper into the heart of the castle. What really stands out about Windsor Castle are the royal touches woven into its design. The stone walls are lined with elegant arched windows, each framed with intricate detailing that gives the fortress a regal charm. Along the walls, ornate black and gold lampposts catch the eye, not just for their craftsmanship, but for the little crowns perched on top. A reminder that this is no ordinary castle, but a royal residence. As we make our way up toward the main building of Windsor Castle, the views open up beautifully. The path is lined with neatly kept green lawns and bright flower beds, with the sand-colored stone walls towering above. The castle's arched doorways and rows of tall windows give it a stately feel, while the Union Jack waving proudly overhead reminds us that this is still a working royal residence. Just a quick reminder, before stepping inside the state apartments, keep in mind photography and filming aren't allowed inside. As we step outside of the state apartments, we are immediately greeted by the broad open space of the upper ward and the iconic round tower perched on top of the moat. As we walk forward, the space feels airy and grand, with gentle slopes guiding us toward the next part of the castle grounds. We're now heading down to the lower ward of Windsor Castle. The lower ward feels a bit like stepping into a small village inside the fortress. It's home to St. George's Chapel, one of the most beautiful churches in England. Around the chapel, you'll see cobble paths, historic stone buildings, and, of course, the royal guards on duty. Our time at Windsor Castle comes to an end, but the memories stay with us. Walking out through the gates, you can't help but feel like you've stepped out of a chapter of history, carrying a piece of it with you. Next up on our journey, the UNESCO World Heritage Site, Stonehenge, out here on the wide, open plains of Wiltshire. We hopped on the free shuttle bus, which took us right up close to the stones, saving the long walk across the fields. As we approach, Stonehenge slowly comes into view. A cluster of massive stones standing tall in the middle of open fields. From a distance, they almost look like ancient giants frozen in time. The shape are rough, weathered, and uneven, yet perfectly arranged in a circle that has stood here for thousands of years. And just so you know, the visitor center at Stonehenge has a cafeteria where you can grab food, snacks, and drinks, perfect for a quick break before or after exploring the stones. Right outside the visitor center, there are reconstructed Neolithic huts. These small, round houses with thatched roofs show how people might have lived when Stonehenge was built. Inside, you'll find simple tools, woven beds, and a fire in the middle for cooking and warmth, giving you a glimpse of everyday life thousands of years ago. That's a wrap on Stonehenge, a place full of history and mystery. Now it's time to move on and see what's next on our adventure. As the journey continues, our next stop is the beautiful city of Bath, a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its stunning Georgian architecture, ancient Roman baths, and charming streets. With its golden stone buildings, lively squares, and rich history, Bath is one of England's most elegant and fascinating cities to explore. This is Bath Abbey. Right in front of it, a street performer filling the air with music, adding even more charm to this historic city. We're now inside the Roman Baths, one of the best preserved ancient sites in the UK. Built nearly 2,000 years ago, this was once a great bathing and social complex at the heart of Roman life in Bath. As you look around, you'll see the steaming Great Bath, ancient stone pillars, and fascinating artifacts that tell the story of how people lived, relaxed, and worshipped here centuries ago. It's like stepping straight into history. Right in the center of Roman baths lies the Great Bath, a steaming pool once used by the Romans to unwind and socialize. Fed by natural hot springs, its shimmering green water and the surrounding ancient stonework make it feel like we're standing in the middle of living history. Inside the museum, there's a detailed miniature model showing how the Roman baths and the Temple of Suis Minerva looked in the early 4th century AD. You can see the Grand Temple, the bathing complex, and the surrounding buildings all laid out as they once stood. It's a fascinating way to picture the scale and importance of this site in Roman times. Walking through the museum, you see the after effects of time. Broken statues, carved stones, and artifacts that once played a part in daily Roman life. Each piece is a reminder of how this place thrived nearly 2,000 years ago. Near Bath Abbey, the River Avon winds gently through the city, creating a peaceful spot to relax. Along its banks, people are sitting, chatting, and enjoying the view while swans glide across the water. The surrounding cafes and green spaces make it a perfect hangout area, blending the city's historic charm with a lively, friendly atmosphere. As the sun leans toward the west, we say goodbye to the beautiful city of Bath, carrying with us memories of an unforgettable day. On the bus ride back to London, the street performers' music still lingers in my head. A perfect little souvenir from an amazing trip. If you enjoyed this journey with us, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more adventures.